My name is Charlie Pepper. I am the manager of the Preservation Maintenance and Education Program for the Olmsted Center for Landscape Preservation. I began working for the National Park Service soon after I graduated college. When I was at college and graduated with a degree in horticulture, I had big visions of working in public horticulture, which is related to park management or botanical garden management. And immediately after graduating college, I went to Europe and actually took a position in Finland to work alongside the director of a park department in Lahti, Finland, to evaluate their landscape management operations and give him a new perspective on how they may be able to improve the work that they're doing. I came back to the United States about 8 or maybe 10 months later and thought I had a tremendous amount to offer to public parks and botanical gardens across the United States, and began to send out my resume to a large number of those organizations in seeking a position. Unfortunately, nothing was offered, and I began working with my father for the time being, doing accounting. I live in Boston, and as I was working for him, I kept looking for various opportunities. I spent a short amount of time working for the Arnold Arboretum of Harvard University when a position, a gardener's position, at the Frederick Law Olmsted National Historic Site became available. And looking at the description and recognizing that I was in a situation, an employment situation that I was anxiously looking to move on from, I applied for that gardener's position and was accepted. I accepted a seasonal gardener position with the Frederick Law Olmsted National Historic Site, thinking that I would work in that position for 6 months, get to learn about the National Park Service, and see where it leads. Soon after I began working in that seasonal gardener's position and learning about the values of landscape and landscape stewardship and historic preservation that is associated with the goals and objectives of the National Park Service, and seeing how those goals really interfaced with and complemented what I personally was trying to do in terms of moving my career forward, and to make my interest or provide an opportunity for sharing my interest in landscape management and stewardship with the public for educational purposes. I really saw a perfect fit. And soon after I began working in that position, the superintendent came to me with an opportunity. I had a job offer from another important and local park in Greater Boston, and he was aware of that. However, saw the value that I was bringing to that park and my potential, I assume, with the National Park Service, and offered me a permanent position as gardener, and indicated that there would be a built-in upward mobility opportunity into that position. So before that seasonal position ended, I accepted a permanent job as a gardener with, at that point, the Olmsted, Longfellow, and Kennedy National Historic Sites, which soon led into a lead gardener and then a supervisory gardener's position at those parks. And from there, my opportunities and the doors that have opened in terms of moving into the development of cultural landscape concepts, preservation concepts and practices have really blossomed.